Oh yeah, I've started recording again because of the slight break while my son asked me if the piss up was good last night. Oh yes, it was. I do like Cherry Creek beer. I actually managed to drink enough that it was enjoyable without actually going over the top for once. So I will build and I will run. I will go to 6. I will go to there. Go to that. And we know that I have my 1, 2, 3. F9, F1, F7. Go to find the bit for this. I'm going to breakpoint both because even after I've done a million and one times, I've still forgot which bit of code it is. So we're going to there, expand it, and then we load our copy into M0x F179. Oh, that was interesting. 0x F179. Then I'm going to go oof. Copy galaxies is real. So now 79, 7A, B, C, D, E, F. Yes, D is that. So let's see if Y reflects it after. Yes, so I should get a full description on screen now. Rialt is a mildly famous for its vast oceans and its exotic fish. I thought from it said fist. Okay then. I bet that bears no relationship to what's actually in the real one, but what the hell, let's see what happens with some others. So what we'll do is I will remove my XX loop, because I don't need that now temporarily, and it's in the wrong bit of code. There we go. And build, run. So we have reort, go through there, correctly calculate, and it's consistent, it's not random. So I'm going to actually go and pick a different one over here for the heck of it. There, 32 light years away. What happens 32 light years away? Brambit is fabled for its famous cuisine and the Bramby Mountain Ilaraboid. I don't know what one of them is, but it sounds really cool. So I'm going to go to Daiso, which I always called Disco until I completely forgot the name. Disco is ravaged by a dreadful civil war. So Disco is ravaged by a dreadful civil war. Poor old Disco. Blame it on the boogie. We're there. Okay, so that's working out inhabitants, plural. So it looks like that bit of logic there is working with descriptions. As I said before, descriptions are called goat soup, which is apparently the name for the algorithm. So I've got a galactic chart, galactic range. Lave is 8 years apparent light years away from itself. Okay, so that's broken. So that's Leasty. What happens if I actually go to Lave? So I do think there's an error in my calculations there. So if I go to there 13.2, 18.4, 14.4, 15 there. Lave is 18. I've wondered if Lave calculation of this is not working. I think I'll have a quick look at that. So let's look at the galaxy chart. So let's go galactic chart menu, go through here, recenter pressed. So I'm going to basically take the assumption that recenter pressed, there it goes. So we go target planet, find nearest there, and then update galactic cursor. Update galactic cursor takes the assumption that it actually did work. Well, in fact, because it's recenter, it will calculate down until it finds one that matches to the nearest system it can find. So update galactic cursor goes through there, calculate through there, expand now, clear now, capitalize, calculate distance is the next bit, finding all files, calculate distance in the galactic chart routine, goes to the galaxy, it's got the chart distance amount, galactic fuel distance, and wipes it hopefully to that. It doesn't, because it does that, and LDI, it just copies it. So I want to see what that is. Hopefully that is my default amount, which is 0. Yes, it does. So it defaults to 0.000 through there. So let's go through present system to BC. and then copies it through into galactic because we're using a common one, target system into galactic destination, and then calculate distance. And I really hope that this does a and I've put it in a different routine, haven't I? Oh, you silly arse. So go through the practice definition there, galactic definition there, go through logic. I'm just going to optimize to say if they're both the same value in the calling routine. In here it sets the 0. So it does do the square root, and it also scales if it's been done. So I think I have it loading a memory location or variable called distance with HL. So for a little bit of optimization, I've got present system goes into A, it's going to load the X value into there first because it's low byte, then high byte, and the low byte holds the X, high byte holds the Y. I'm going to do the same here. So D0 is 0, and then CPB destination is greater than there. So I'm also going to add in there JR not 0, comma at no not same, which is actually this part of it, because if at least one coordinate is different, then it's going to be okay. And then if I've hit a not same, then the potential that the other one's actually out as well. So the y coordinates go through here. And I'm going to do a little bit of a bodge of using that. And then I go to CP B, and I've done a bit of a naughty that I've actually used the memory locations there. So if they're not the same, it's got to fall into here. So I'm going to screw it all up doing that. So let's be a bit sensible on here. AB, so it goes to DHAB, and this is loading the y coordinates. So for temporary, I'm going to do push BC and push AF, so I can think about this after. CPB JR Z comma R 0 distance pop AF pop BC because I need them for that. Let's go for that at 0 distance. I'm going to do XOR ALD. And of course, that's the thing about how distance being there. So actually, LD distance, comma A. +1. I just want to get these off the stack now, so I'll do. Let's just do a little test, see if that actually does help. At some point, I really do need to go through and clear all this code up and make it much cleaner. 6. As I said, the issue is I'm learning this stuff as I go along, so it's generating this. We are on there. We are at distance 0 light years, and we have 0 light years. So at least it's doing that. Not the prettiest thing in the world, but at least it actually deals with the issue that a central routine manages it. So we have that running there. So now I have a forward view that does add there. I've still got a weird glitch on return to the view, and I can't work out quite why. I do have speed controls. It goes up to here, I clip, and I think that's probably because when I do some calculations, I end up with the 16-bit number having the sign bit set, and it confuses the heck out of it. But as you can see on the bottom of there, the radar still works for it. So I think my next bit later on is I've got to work out why I haven't got that bit working, because the cons is not set the text. even though you width across the screen to say that's it. So I don't know why the const didn't generate a name, but it should have. And also I'm going to have to add the object in to test a hyperspace jump to a new system. I think I'll do it later on because frankly I desperately need some coffee and toast. Bye for now.